icky while I'm using it. And I feel like I've definitely mentioned this before, but I definitely have, you know, under eye puffiness and darkness, and the caffeine and niacinamide serum has really helped, you know, re-energize that area, increase circulation, and kind of depuffify, decrease the puffiness under my eyes. Now, before I started using these products, I did get a facial that kind of irritated my skin a lot and caused a lot of redness and hyperpigmentation and stuff like that. And I did notice that after I started using these products, those issues were starting to resolve like a lot faster, and my skin genuinely does look so much better than it did before. So if you would like to get a targeted skincare plan with natural products that only use the essentials for your skin, make sure to take the skin diagnostic test to optimize your skincare journey. To get started, click the link down below and you can get a free Orange Blossom Hydrolite with orders over $40. And y'all, like I said, that's one of my favorite products. So this offer is only valid for a week after this video goes live, so make sure to hop on that deal now, or maybe just like after you watch this video, go ahead and do that. And thank you again to Typology for sponsoring today's video. Okay, now getting back on track. Flip it and reverse it, flip it and reverse it. So the 4 main trends that I'm gonna talk about today are girl math, girl dinner, I'm just a girl, and girlhood. You know, these trends are all supposed to be lighthearted and taken at face value. They're not intended to hurt anyone or, you know, get rid of all female CEOs. You know, I wouldn't say that anyone who has participated in any of these trends is pulling a Pearl Davis and is like, women shouldn't vote. I'm sure we've all had a gag and a giggle at some of these trends. I mean, my mostly female audience, let's ask the audience, you know? I'm sure we've all laughed at, you know, these types of jokes at some point. But even when joking around, you know, I think sometimes the implications can be a little bit more significant than what was intended, and then we can inadvertently sort of uphold certain beliefs about ourselves as women that we would never overtly agree with. Women find community, you know, within each other, and that is such a beautiful thing. And what better place to congregate than TikTok? Forget about the local library, the park, okay? All those places are gonna be shut down anyway, okay? Let's meet at the FYP, baby. So to start off, girl math is basically a trend where women talk about their loopholes when it comes to finances, sort of like mental gymnastics that they do to justify spending money.
Okay, so today I'm gonna teach you girl math. All right, let's hear it. So I'm returning something, so I just made money. No, if I order something using the Starbucks app and I have money preloaded to the app and then I go order the drink, it's free.
You can't afford to go out.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. Income that came in was 1,600. Rent is 12.
Girl math.
That's your. This is not a joke.
I'm not treating it as a joke. I mean,
Girl math. Math says it's about 80% of your income.
yeah.
In an article from CBS News, they state, "We've all justified unnecessary purchases before, but now social media has labeled the habit as girl math. Let's add it up. In the world of girl math, cash is not real money, buying on sale is a form of saving, and cosmetic procedures are an investment in your future self." Another popular girl math concept is that going to a concert is basically free because you purchased the ticket so long ago that it doesn't really count. It's all meant to be funny, simply bad math used to justify purchases and spending habits. It also promotes the stereotype that women are not good at math and therefore not good with money. It seems a little, you know, condescending and misogynistic, says JP Krahel. Sorry if I mispronounced that, JP. A professor of accounting at Loyola University in Maryland. We all do it from time to time, not just girls, it's boys, men, and women. And you know, with the emergence and popularity of girl math, boy math also became a thing. Equality! But with many of the boy math jokes, they tend not to have anything to do with math at all. They tend to revolve more around a lack of emotional intelligence, high ego, and being socially inept.
Boy math is when you tell a guy that something he said really hurt your feelings, and he's like, well, I guess I'm never gonna talk again since you can't take a fucking joke. Shut the fuck up.
Boy math! Boy math is wanting a girl with 0 body count while he slept with the whole town!
Boy math is having a gorgeous girl on his hand that is totally out of his league, that she gets attention from other males, but doesn't get into it because she's a queen and she respects her man. But just because she gets attention from other males, he feels like he needs to get attention from other girls, so he goes out of his way to cheat on his girlfriend, his beautiful, perfect girlfriend who has done nothing but respect him with bottle service girls and prostitutes and people from just on the side of the street.
So the fact that we can have the exact same trend, right? Boy math versus girl math, but only one of them really has to do with making illogical decisions when it comes to money and numbers, even though it is just as a joke. It's only designated to the women, right? And this is a trend that we have, well, not necessarily we, I haven't really participated in it, but women have made amongst themselves in a sort of relatable way. Like, oh, I do this and you do this, and it's like a womanhood thing, right? It's not even men making fun of us, it's like us making fun of ourselves. And although it's not as overt, but honestly, some might argue that it just is, it's giving me the same vibe as, you know, you throw that ball like a girl, or you play like a girl, that sort of thing. I mean, girl math is basically just you budget like a girl, you know? And because this trend is sort of being framed as a sentiment that all women share, I feel like it gives men ammo and reason to believe that, yeah, we are bad with money. And, you know, and to be fair, women were more recently allowed to independently handle their finances. So perhaps if we are bad with money, that's because, baby, we just started, you know? Like, my dearly beloved, it was not that long ago that we couldn't even own a credit card. So perhaps if we truly are just fundamentally bad with money as a gender right now, it's maybe you need to give us a little more time to catch up or something. But simply, that's also just not true. Like, I don't think that spreading around the rhetoric that women are bad with money is a good thing. Because I would like to think that being fiscally irresponsible, you know, no matter the degree, isn't tied to being a girl or a woman, but this trend is sort of making it seem like that's the case. I'm just in so much debt, and I can't even feed my kids, and I try not to blame my husband for the gambling because I know that it's an addiction. Have you thought about using cash? Because it doesn't leave your bank account, so it's like it never existed. Girl math. What? Cash? It's like this thing where I know what cash is. Oh, good. I don't have any. Oh. Bad. That's bad. My rent is due in 3 days, and I've been working so much overtime that I can't even think straight. Well, there is this thing called a credit card, and I use it to buy basically whatever I want, and the money never leaves my account, so it's kind of perfect. Girl math. You have to pay that back. What? Yeah. I think you might be in debt too. Oh. Well, I'm just not gonna think about that right now. Girl math. Okay, why am I giving you advice? You're the one who's supposed to be helping me. Are you even a real financial advisor? Yes, duh. I mean, I'm totally self-proclaimed. And now I hope you all are hungry, because we're gonna be talking about girl dinner. Girl dinner. I just had an intrusive thought. I'm not gonna say what it was. Basically, it was a joke about cunnilingus. Cunning of the lingus. Anyways, so girl dinner was essentially a trend basically showing off low effort meals with, you know, minimal ingredients and prep time and cleanup and all of that stuff, which, hey, I can get with that, okay? Cooking an entire meal sometimes takes a lot of energy, and baby, sometimes the tank is empty. The tank is empty. Or sometimes girl dinner is just like a bunch of random snacks and food sort of thrown together that wouldn't normally, you know, let's just say they wouldn't be paired together in a Michelin star restaurant. And I think we can all relate to this, right? You know, sometimes for dinner I'll have ramen, my last Trader Joe's chicken apple sausage schlong, and a nectarine. And then, hey, I call it a night.
Girl dinner, girl dinner, girl dinner, oh, girl dinner.
You You know, this all started off as an innocent joke about, you know, making low effort meals or, you know, discombobulated meals, right? And then it sort of went into like, trigger warning, eating disorders. An eating disorders route. Because with peace and love, I don't think having 3 grapes, a Dorito, and a deep inhale of diet oxygen should be called girl dinner. Because, you know, whether it's a joke or not, to share girl dinner as a relatable post when the meal in question is something that even Brandy Melville